Hello everyone, my name is Sean Sonnett. I have been teaching in the Secaucus School District for about 25 years now. I will be teaching your son or daughter instrumental music this year. In other words, I'm the band director here at the middle school. Our brief presentation tonight will focus on our band program here at the middle school. It will focus on how we run things during normal times, and we will also talk about how I am temporarily running the band program due to our hybrid schedule right now. I'm also going to take you on a brief little tour of our band room later on in the presentation. So sit back, relax, and enjoy some information about the Secaucus Middle School band program. While our schools are on a normal schedule, and believe me, I can't wait for that to happen again, our middle school band program consists of three basic elements. They are the concert band, the rock band, and the group instrumental music lessons. First, I'll talk about the group lessons. Group instrumental music lessons happen once a week. They typically are around 45 minutes long, and the lessons focus on specific skills necessary for each of our band members to progress. The second element of our band program is the concert band. Now here at the middle school, we have a 6th grade concert band and a combined 7th and 8th grade concert band. Typically, these concert bands practice together around 2 times per week. During the normal schedule, these practices take place after school, and a late bus is always provided for kids who need them. The primary goal of the concert band practices is to use what the students have learned in their group lessons and to apply it to all of their band music, which we are preparing for performances. And speaking of performances or concerts, typically our middle school holds a winter concert and a spring concert. And we'll talk more about those possible performances later on in the year. If we can't have public performances in our PAC center, we'll figure out some way to do a recorded performance or something that we can see our children's progress. Now on to the third element of our band program. That is called the middle school rock band. The rock band is an ensemble that students must audition for. Hopefully, our schedule will begin to get back to normal, and we will discuss rock band a lot more in detail when that happens. For now, if you're curious about the rock band, I would invite all of you to visit our Secaucus Middle School Rock Band website and enjoy several performances that are on that website. And I'll make sure to provide a link for you guys at the end of this presentation. Now that you've heard a brief explanation on how our program runs during the normal schedule, let's discuss how we are running things right now while the middle school is on the hybrid schedule. We decided it would be best to keep band lessons on a virtual basis. So if your child decided to join band, their lessons are going to be virtual lessons over a Google meeting. This way, there are no safety concerns, and we can continue to provide instruction to your child. So when school does get back in session, hopefully the band can just pick up where it left off. So for now, each band student is scheduled for 1 half-an-hour lesson a week. Some of these lessons are private lessons, where it's just me and your son or daughter, and some of the lessons are group lessons, where it's myself as the instructor and several kids, which can get very interesting if you can imagine. Anyway, I've been teaching these virtual lessons for about 3 weeks now, and they've actually been going quite well. So we've decided to continue with this schedule until our academic schedule changes, and we're no longer on this hybrid schedule. So once things begin to get back to normal, hopefully we can start rehearsing with the full band and maybe even start preparing for some public performances. Your child knows how to attend these group lessons, but just in case they don't, they are all a part of our Google Classrooms. I have a 6th grade concert band Google Classroom, a 7th grade concert band Google Classroom, and an 8th grade concert band Google Classroom. When it is time for the child's lesson, they simply go to the home page of the concert band Google Classroom, and the link for the Meet is provided there. Just as a reminder, I also send an email just before their scheduled lesson with the link so they know when to attend the lesson. Like I said, we've been doing it for about 3 weeks now, and the kids are getting better. At least they're playing their instrument and some music is being made. So if you have any questions about that, please feel free to email me or ask your child to ask me a question. However, I'm sure I'll get back to you. So that's about all we have now for our hybrid lesson schedule. And now, let me take you for a tour of our middle school band room. As promised, we'll take a short tour of our middle school band room. We'll start here in room number 1. This is where we have our drum sets and everything's set for rock band practice. This is also one of the larger rooms in our band room suite. And if ever I have to put between 15 and 20 kids together to practice, this is a perfect room for it. Sometimes we have 6th grade band practice here in this room, and you should see it when it's packed in with 25 to 30 kids. Also, this room was just painted, so I apologize for how bare the walls are, but the custodians did a beautiful job painting the band room. All right, we'll continue the tour now. Excuse the school bell. We'll make a left into our hallway. Now we get into what we call the lesson room. This is room number 2, and the kids call this the lesson room. This is where we have our group lessons. We talked about that earlier in the presentation. And typically, I fit between, I'd say, 5 to 15 kids in this room. Right now, this is set for our hybrid schedule. So this is where I've been teaching all of the hybrid music lessons online. So as you can see, that's where I sit, and everything is set for our virtual lessons. All right, we'll move out of this room here, and I'll take you into some of the smaller practice rooms here in the band room. This room here, that we call this room number 3, this is some of our students' favorite rooms. This is where we house our electronic drum set, and also where our trumpets store their instruments when the schedule is normal. We'll continue our tour now. Here we get into room number 4. This is called the flute room. This is where our flutes store their instruments, but it's also a really nice practice room. Very often kids will group together with their friends and practice some of the music together here during lunch and after school. All right, we'll move now into room number 5. This is what the kids call Sonnett's office. This is just the middle school band office. This is where my office is, and it's a nice big room, so we actually do hold some rehearsals in here with some smaller groups. And it happens to be where our saxophones store their instruments during the year. And we'll end our tour right where we started back to room number 1. Again, that's our larger rehearsal room here. And what you probably noticed is we don't have a large band room. We have almost 80 to 100 kids in our 7th and 8th grade band, so there really is not a room large enough in the school to house those kids. So when we have full band rehearsal, we take the kids into the cafeteria and rehearse in there. And it's been working out perfectly. So once again, everybody, we'll end our tour here. I'd like to thank everybody for watching the presentation. And if you have any questions at all, please feel free to email me or give me a call. Thank you very much.